Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys this 2021 AMG GLA35 here, but I would like to give a special thanks to Mercedes-Benz of Cutler Bay for providing with the GLA. If you're in the market for Mercedes-Benz, you can come check out Mercedes-Benz of Cutler Bay and ask for Lewis. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's start off underneath the hood here of the GLA35. Once you open up the hood here, it reveals Mercedes-Benz 2-liter inline-4. This makes 302 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with a 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. Let's talk about the fuel economy here. You get 23 in the city, 29 on the highway, and 25 combined. As the GLA sits here, weighs 3,600 pounds, and Mercedes says 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. But shedding the hood here of the GLA35, let's talk about the exterior styling here. This GLA35 that I'm showing you guys today is painted in this black exterior color. There are some chrome accents here in the front fascia. I do like this grille. This grille is very large. I like the vertical slats here. There's the 3-pointer Mercedes emblem. It actually illuminates, so at nighttime people can see that you're coming towards them. And this one is missing a front-facing camera. You might have to go for the GLA45 in order to get that 360-degree camera there. There's also this AMG badge here in the grille. There's front parking sensors. Looking at these taillights here, they're going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal and LED daytime running light with an automatic low and high beam function there. But overall, the GLA35 does have a low aggressive stance to it. But making our way to the side profile here, let's start out with these tires and wheels here. Looking at the rim design here, it looks really good. I actually like this rim design, it looks really good. This also has the AMG Pacific brakes here. And this is a 235/50 tire. They're after this 19-inch rim design. The rotors are cross-drilled and ventilated. There's the turbo with the 4MATIC badge there. There's also this LED sight marker here on the mirror cap. Mercedes does give you these roof rails here with a large panoramic sunroof here. There's some chrome trim here on the door handles. The wheelbase for the GLA35 is at 107.4 inches with an overall length of 174.6. Making our way to the rear here of the GLA35. There's this rear spoiler up top. As you guys can see, I like the way how Mercedes has it integrated at the top there. There's this rear wiper here to keep the rear glass clean. The 3-pointed Mercedes emblem there. There's the AMG badge here. There's also the GLA35 badge there. I like these taillights here. They're going to be a full LED with an LED turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. I like the tail light design housing there. It looks really nice. Looking here, there's going to be LED lights for the tag, and this is where the backup camera lives. So once you guys put the vehicle into reverse, the backup camera pops from underneath there. There's some chrome trim here, so you won't scuff the actual bumper. The reflectors are integrated into the bumper here. It's going to be dual tip exhaust. I do like the rear diffuser back here. It looks really aggressive. Open up the cargo capacity. Once you open up the cargo back here, it reveals 15.4 cubic feet of space. And once you fold down the seat, it expands it to 50.4 cubic feet of space. And underneath here, Mercedes does give you some underfloor storage. Sitting inside the interior of the GLA35, I do like this interior. I like the way that it's laid out. It looks very simple and modern in here. But these are two 10.25-inch displays here. But shutting the door here of the GLA35. Once you do that, I'm starting up the vehicle here. Of course, all the electronics will come on. So you can customize this one by using this little touch area here on the steering wheel. You can customize it to show your G-force and also your maintenance and whatnot. There's some controls here for the cruise control. This does have blind spot monitoring with forward collision warning. And over here, this is how you use it to cycle through the infotainment system here. As you guys can see, going here to the Mercedes interface here, which takes up the complete 10.25-inch display here. You can go to your performance. There's also comfort here to go into the ambient lighting here. You can change the color to your liking. You can do it blue or purple or red, whatever your favorite color is. You can also do a multicolor and a multi-color animation, so you can customize this screen to your liking or the color to your liking. Looking here is going to be the 3 air vents. There's also ambient lighting in the air vents as well. This is how you turn the vehicle on. Of course, there is an automatic start-stop function right here. There's some nice high-quality switches here for the climate control. Over here, my iPhone 12 Pro Max does fit, but I just have it sticking out because it's connected to the USB-C here. This is how you connect the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. But looking at the door panel materials, there's gonna be a nice leather with red stitching. There's this aluminum-like trim here. You have more of the ambient lighting here. Of course, you guys know Mercedes put their seating controls on the door panel. There's 3-person memory seats. It is automatic up, automatic down for all 4 windows. This also has a red seatbelt, which looks really nice. There's this real metal door handle. Your trunk release is right here. Additional storage is right there. Your headlight controls. There is an electronic parking brake. This is a manual tilt telescoping wheel. There is paddle shifters to cycle through that 8-speed dual clutch transmission. The wind wiper stock and turn signal stock and the drive stock is right here, so you can switch up for reverse. It does reveal a backup camera, of course, with trajectory and distance markers, and it's in a different angle. This is a wide angle here, and switching down, put the vehicle into drive, and over here, this is put the vehicle into park on this little tab here. The dashboard does have this soft touch ejection molded plastic. Even on the dashboard here, there's this aluminum like trim with more of the ambient lighting. Looking at the glove compartment here, it does offer a decent amount of storage. The seats in here, they're supportive. They're not aggressively bolstered, but I do like the red stitching here. They also have this suede Alcantara in the middle there. This trackpad here, you can customize the infotainment system here via this trackpad, or you can touch it or use the touch sensitive buttons here on the steering wheel. This does have a flat bottom design. I do like the 3-spoke wheel design. Also with this 3-pointer Mercedes emblem here on the airbag cover. There's this frameless mirror here with the LED lights throughout the cabin here. Just clicking that, the LED lights will come on. And above me, there's this large panoramic sunroof to let light into this cabin. Down here is going to be more of that beautiful ambient lighting. Switching this little toggle switch here, this is for the drive mode selector, which shows you a slippery, individual, comfort, sport, and sport plus. It does open up the baffles for that 2-liter. Over here is going to be some shortcut buttons. There's this little scroll wheel here to turn up the volume or turn it down. The shortcut buttons, it shows you navigation, radio, telephone, and also a star. This is a manual mode, stability control. You can also tighten up the suspension here. As you guys can see, once you put into a sport plus mode, the suspension gets firm. This is a double hinge center console here. I like the nice soft area here. Open up this, it does reveal a decent amount of storage. There's a USB-C right there, and it's lined with felt in the inside. There's also this thigh extender here. You get this on the driver and passenger side, so if you guys want to have a little bit more support here for your legs. Overall, this interior, like I mentioned, it does have a simple layout and it does look very modern. But let's hop into the back seat of the GLA35. Getting back here in the back seat here of the GLA35 here, the seats in here, they feel very comfortable, just like the front seats. But shutting the door here, the materials are carried over from the front to the rear, so nice leather with the stitching, with the suede Alcantara here on the door panels. There is 2 mat pockets back here for storage. There's your own set of rear vents here. There's a small storage here. Pulling this down, it does reveal 2 USB-Cs with a 115-volt here. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across, and Mercedes says you get 38.4 inches of legroom. And above me, there's this nice panoramic sunroof here to let light into this darkened cabin here. There's also red seat belts just like in the front seat, so that's a nice touch as well. Putting this down here, it does reveal 2 over-engineered cup holders, which I think is a nice gimmick from Mercedes-Benz. But overall, I have no complaints here in the back seat of the GLA35. So starting off in the 2021 GLA35 here, this has Mercedes 2-liter inline 4. This makes 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque, and it's hooked up to an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. So the shifts are going to be very smooth and precise. And just driving here, the cabin is quiet. I don't hear any road noise or wind noise intruding into the cabin. I love this panoramic sunroof above me. It lets a lot of light into this cabin. I like that it has red seat belts, which is pretty cool. There's red stitching here. This does have beautiful ambient lighting. You can change it to 64 different colors, which I think is a nice look inside this car. So if you guys don't like blue or anything like that, you can customize the color to your liking. Visibility out of the GLA here is really good. You also have these decent side mirrors here, which includes the blind spot monitoring. This does have forward collision warning with also lane keep assist. So Mercedes does keeping your family safe on long road trips. This also has launch control, and Mercedes says 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds. So we're gonna try that out in a few seconds. But I have no complaints for this car. This car, it handles, like, just going around this curve here, it just handles so good. And even though it's a 2-liter, it doesn't sound bad. It really doesn't sound bad. You heard the exhaust a little bit. But let's do the launch here from a stop. Mercedes makes it pretty simple to launch their cars. Just turn off the traction control here. Once you do that, you put your foot on the brake and accelerator. And the shifts from this dual clutch is just so damn fast. Like, this car legit shifts so good. And if you're looking for a hot hatch and you're not looking to spend over 60 grand, the GLA35, it would be a better option. Mercedes does offer a GLA45, but there's also a GLA45S, which I think in America we do not get the 45S model. That one makes over 400 horsepower, and that's going to be the fastest 2-liter 4-cylinder in production that Mercedes claims. If you go for the 45 model that we have here in America, it's going to make 382 horsepower. So this one makes 302, so that one makes 80 more horsepower compared to this one. But turning the traction control back on here and putting this car into its comfort mode, the suspension, it gets a little loose. Once you put it in Sport Plus mode, the suspension does get firm and tight. But even when you put your foot to the floor a little bit, that 2-liter is just responsive. The dual clutch is responsive as well. Fuel economy here for the GLA35 is rated at 23 in the city, 29 on the highway, and 25 combined. So you can make this a daily driver if you would like, because it does get decent fuel economy here from this 2-liter 4-cylinder, and premium gas is going to be required, of course. But I have no complaints. The ride quality here is really good. Here in Miami, we don't have the best roads. Our roads are horrible, but the GLA35, it goes over the imperfections just fine here. Great visibility, great powertrain, also great driver's assistance. This cabin here, like I mentioned from the inside scene, it does have a nice modern look to it. I like the layout here with these two 10.25 inch displays here. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is nice. So if you guys are looking to see if Mercedes offers that, it does offer the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connectivity, but it doesn't offer it wireless. If you guys are looking for wireless capabilities, you have to check out the new S-Class, which is not available just yet, but that will be the first car in Mercedes lineup to offer the wireless Apple CarPlay. And this thing does have the Hey Mercedes function. So if you say Hey Mercedes a lot, this car will legit turn on, and it will annoy you, but you can turn that off. I like that Mercedes give you the option to turn it off. But we're gonna do a launch control one more time just because we can. And Mercedes says 0 to 60 in 5.1 seconds, and they make it so simple to do. Just come to a complete stop here, turn off the traction control, put into a Sport Plus mode here, foot on the brake and accelerator. And this thing just shifts so crazy. Like, that dual clutch is just very good. I have no complaints with this car. But if you guys are looking for a car, you're not trying to break the bank, I think the GLA35 will be a good option. So after spending time with the 2021 AMG GLA35 here, starting price here is at $47,550 with the options and accessories, including destinations. The GLA35 stickers for $54,640. Hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you all in the next video.